So lately, there's been a lot of footage of me online, either a radio show or comedy or just me doing videos at home, and a lot of them talk about like how on fire I have been, and it's very interesting to me to see how spring has brought this fire, but also being post breakup kind of brings like a type of mania. Like, this is the first spring I've been single in 3 years. I was with my ex almost 5 years, but we took a 6-month break, which was 3 years ago during spring. Anyway, so I had a spring then that was like, but wasn't quite as manic as this one. This one has been pretty kooky. It's been bonkers. And as I'm always thinking about jokes to write, I can't help but laugh at like all the crazy things that I've done. Not that crazy. I mean, they've been fun. Like, I've had a lot of fun. But I've also gotten messages from close friends, my closest friends, where they've said, Sarah, like, you're on fire. And I'm like, I know, I'm on fire. And they're like, yeah, but it looks exhausting. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's not exhausting. Like, I've just had endless fuel, and it's the weirdest thing. And I think that's like part of being free, but also not knowing what to do with yourself, because it's like you're used to, like, I was used to a certain routine with having, being in a couple, and then moving, and then living completely free, and then it's nice out, and dating someone much younger than me, just like a lot of kooky things. And it's kind of like, it's not coming to an end. It's just like the fire's cooling a bit. I'm like finding this coolness, which is partially related to the fact that I'm in school for the summer. I'm taking summer classes, and I started last week, and one of my classes is Buddhism. And focusing on Buddha and the teachings of Buddha have helped me calm down so much, because I'm like, Buddha's so chill, like such a super chill dude, and he has these methods. I mean, the whole thing about Buddha is he's a dude, Siddhartha, that became a Buddha, which means the enlightened one, and he had these 3 visions. And the 3 visions were what made him become a Buddha. And the first vision was he saw his past lives. So he was kind of known, like, according to the class, as the first atheist, because he didn't have like a supreme being that he was talking about. He was talking mostly about consciousness and just being like aware of the cause of human life, and that the cause of distress or pain is suffering, and human life is suffering. So the solution to that is to detach from things, like not need and want and crave things so much. So his 3 insights were, the first one, that he saw his past lives. The second one was that he became aware of cosmic law. And the third was that he understood the nature of reality. So the other day I'm in class, and the prof is telling us about these 3 sights that Buddha had. And this guy puts his hand up, and he's like, can you tell me the difference between cosmic law and the nature of reality? And the prof is like, well, we don't want to get too far ahead, and can't do his accent. And he tries to answer the question, and after like 2 minutes of him fumbling with the answer, I'm like, holding my hand up. Then it's almost going on 5 minutes, and I'm like, sir, may I add? Yes, go ahead. So I turn to the guy that asked the question, and I say, okay, so he sees his past lives. He sees what he lived before, and what brought pain and what brought joy, and just like the consequences, which led him to the understanding of cosmic law. Cosmic law is like the law of retribution, the law of consequence, the law of cause and effect, the law of return. There's all sorts of cosmic laws, universal laws of things that, like, it's a ripple effect, that when you throw a pebble in a pond and it ripples out, our lives are the same in the sense that we're affected by these universal laws. And the more liberated we become within, the less cosmic laws we have to deal with. and therefore the less suffering. Because if you're not aware of cosmic law, if you're not aware, for example, of the law of retribution or the law of return could be cool if it's something that you want to come back, but if it's something that you don't want to come back, it's a bit of a bummer. And then that leads into understanding the nature of reality, which is the natural world, that things are born, they die, the death fertilizes, the sun sets, the sun rises, it always rises in the east, it always sets in the west, the nature of reality, but also that reality mirrors cosmic law. So I basically tried to explain to the student what that was, and the prof was like, that was good, and the people sitting next to me were like, yeah, that was really, you answered it, he didn't answer it. And gloating a bit here, floating my own boat, getting high of my own supply. It's brought me a lot of peace, though, focusing on the Buddha and focusing on Buddha's style. I feel like I'm cooling down a bit. Also, this nonstop energy I have, I used some of that on Saturday by going to an after hours and then another after hours party, which I haven't done in years. Like, I'm 40 years old, so I used to do that kind of thing like 20 years ago or whatever. Like, I don't do that anymore, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Second after party, bumping beats like boom, doom, boom, doom, 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 funky too. So I was like, but there's no lyrics, so I'm singing songs to it and kind of rapping a bit. And then like these two dudes like came and they were like singing with me and freestyling with me. They sucked though, and they were cool dudes. And I was like, you're not catching the beat. So I kept trying to like teach them how to like properly go on beat. And it was like around 6 a.m. where I felt completely peaceful, grounded, and at ease with myself and the universe and anchored, so calm. Then by 7, I was like, I gotta bounce, I gotta go. And the one guy's like, I'm driving home, I'll drive you home. And I'm like, you sure? Okay. So we go out to his car, and his license plate says, sorry. Okay, sorry. Drive to my place, and he's like, can I come in to wind down? And I was like, sorry. No, you can't come in to wind down. And then I just came home and I wound down by myself. But I was like, some dude coming in to wind down? No. But after that, like, I feel this like peace and calmness. Things are cooling, things are balancing. And that's my PSA, eh?